From NDTV Studios on the second floor of the Duncan Student Center. A Notre Dame student media and Notre Dame television production. This is ND Sunrise.
Good morning and welcome back to ND Sunrise. I'm Elena Morgan.
And I'm Meaghan O'Keefe. We're so excited to be back for spring semester with the first ND Sunrise of the year. Elena, it's been way too long.
Yes, and we've got so many great segments and shows planned for this semester, starting with this week. First up, Ashlyn will give us an update on this year's Walk the Walk Week. Sending it over to you, Ashlyn.
What's up, Irish? My name is Ashlyn Poppy with NDTV. This year marks the 8th annual observance of Walk the Walk Week, a week-long series of events meant to help us consider how we can take a more active role in making our Notre Dame community more inclusive and welcoming. Many of you may be familiar with this famous picture of former university president Theodore HESBURGH joining hands with Martin Luther King at a civil rights rally in Chicago. We have a history of social justice here at Notre Dame. Walk the Walk Week is a critical component of maintaining this history and culture on our campus. One of the events last week was a dinner hosted by the Notre Dame student government, honoring Black excellence all across campus in all of its many aspects. A few of us here at NDTV were fortunate enough to attend this event. It was extremely impactful, and for me, the most powerful part of the evening was the keynote address delivered by Derek Johnson, President and CEO of the NAACP. Notably, Johnson reminded us that the civil rights movement was never about one person, nor was it ever about one dream. Rather, it was about the Constitution and the social contract it establishes being applied equally to all people. That night, Johnson invited us to become part of a dialogue. Faculty members, staff, and students shared stories, asked questions, and helped each other to discern next steps. Additionally, Black students, faculty members, and staff at Notre Dame were recognized for their personal accomplishments and commitment to the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream. There were many co-sponsors of this event, ranging from the Anne Bryce Scholars Initiative to the Clough Center for Civil and Human Rights. We are grateful for all of these co-sponsors for putting on such an inspiring event. Most importantly, these conversations cannot end when Walk the Walk Week ends. What can we do moving forward to make Notre Dame an even more welcoming and inclusive community for everyone? What will be your next step? Now, back to the studio.
Thanks, Ashlyn. Some other members of NDTV and I attended the live taping of Black at ND that was also part of the Walk the Walk Week. Black at ND is another show that films at this studio, along with Shamrock Sports. So here's Tyler from Shamrock with the special Notre Dame Winter Sports recap.
Fighting Irish athletics is approaching one of its busiest periods, and there was no shortage of action last week. We'll open with women's basketball, currently ranked 9th in the AP Top 25. In their first game since losing graduate guard Darren Mabry for the season, the Irish hosted number 24 Florida State on Thursday. The game included the two strongest offenses in the ACC, but neither team shot better than 25% from the field in the first half. In the second half, the Irish offense ran wild, pulling away with a 70-47 win. Sophomore guard Sonia Citron poured in 19 points, freshman guard KK Bransford contributed 15 off the bench, and graduate center Lauren Ebo cranked out a double-double. Notre Dame's defense held the Seminoles to their lowest offensive output in over 4 years, but the success was short-lived. On Sunday, the Irish fell 69-65 at NC State, now ranked 15th in the nation. ND nearly pulled off a 16-point comeback with the help of junior forward Maddie Westbelt's double-double, but dropped to 17-3 overall and 8-2 in the ACC. Neil Ivy's team will visit Boston College Thursday before hosting conference frontrunner Duke for a big one on Sunday. Next up is the men's basketball team, which picked up its second ACC victory on Saturday. With the lowly Louisville Cardinals in town, the Irish controlled the game from the start, building a 46-24 lead at halftime. Notre Dame only committed 3 turnovers, allowing the top offensive weapons to come alive in a 76-62 victory. Freshman guard J.J. Starling played his best conference game, scoring 22 points, while graduates Nate Leshevsky, Cormac Ryan, and Dane Goodwin combined for 38. Ryan also dished out 8 assists, and Goodwin grabbed 10 rebounds. The Irish, now 10-12 overall and 2-9 in ACC play, will welcome in Wake Forest on Saturday. Notre Dame hockey returned to the USCHO.com top 20 by sweeping Wisconsin over the weekend. In Game 1, a 3-goal first period helped the Irish to a 5-3 win, as graduate forward Chase Primo led off with his 3rd goal in 3 games. On Saturday, the Irish took a comfortable 3-1 victory. Notre Dame's power play exploded for 3 goals, achieving an outstanding 5 for 12 weekend on the man advantage. Senior goaltender Ryan Bishel, who was recently nominated for the prestigious Hobie Baker Award, stopped 28 of 29 shots in Game 2. The Irish are back above 500 with a 13-12-3 overall record and sit just 1 point out of second place in the Big Ten standings. Notre Dame will visit number 17 Michigan State this weekend in a series that could determine home ice advantage in the postseason. Elsewhere in Irish athletics, the men's and women's fencing teams swept the Chico duels. The swimming and diving teams both took second place to Ohio State at home in the Tim Walsh Classic. Men's tennis defeated Washington but fell to Kentucky, while the women's team edged out USC but dropped to Georgia in their ITA kickoff weekend matches. And finally, at the Lenny Lyles Invitational in Louisville, the track and field team picked up 4 event titles and set 4 facility records, 1 in the women's 800 meter and 3 in the men's 3000. I'll now send it back to the studio.
Thanks, Tyler. If you're interested in hearing more sports-related news, check out Shamrock Sports, another group at NDTV. All of their videos are posted on Fridays at 3:30 p.m. on the Notre Dame Television YouTube channel.
Next up, Elise will give us a quick weather report. Tell us what it is like out there, Elise.
Thank you, Meaghan and Elena. Well, I hope you're enjoying the sun today because it's about to go away. Tomorrow we have about a 30% chance of snow, and then the day after that it doesn't get much better with lows in the 7 to 9 degree range. But not all is lost. Next week we're looking at temperatures in the 30s and 40 degrees. I mean, even your roommate from Florida is going to be happy. She'll be in her shorts and her tank top. But yeah, that's what it's looking like here in Indiana. So go make some hot chocolate, go bundle up with a blanket and a big snow coat that makes you look a little bit like a marshmallow, and you'll get through the semester. The new spring is coming eventually. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Elise. You know, Elena, I think I am officially sick of the snow.
Well, I actually love the snow, but the permacloud is what's killing me. I mean, we need more sun. But moving on, there is a lot happening on campus this week, so get your planners ready. First, Acoustic Cafe has already started up again this semester. This fun event takes place every Thursday in Haggerty Cafe from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. You can either sign up to perform or just watch and enjoy the show.
But if you're looking for something to do on the weekend, you should check out the women's basketball game this Sunday against number 16 Duke as they fight for first place in the ACC Conference. Before the game, hang out with your favorite women's team in Heritage Hall to celebrate National Girls and Women in Sports Day, and then head to Purcell Pavilion to witness this exciting game. Reserve your ticket online by tonight or get one at the door.
Tonight, the Not-So-Royal Shakespeare Company will perform their first out of 3 shows of Hamlet. However, there's a twist. All the roles of the play are split between only 5 actors to bring a new take to the centuries-old play. The play runs from February 2nd to February 4th in Washington Hall. Make sure to secure your tickets for only $5 from the La Fortune box office.
And if you're looking for a fun challenge, registration for the 2023 HESBURGH Libraries HACK-A-THON is open. Put together a team to reimagine solutions to everyday problems using the resources and technical assistance the library provides. This year's theme is Hacking with Harmony. Registration will be open through March 31st.
Now, Meaghan, I heard you actually have a segment for us this week too. Tell us more about the Fighting Irish Science Olympiad.
Hey Irish! This past weekend, Notre Dame was proud to welcome numerous high schools to the Jordan Hall of Science to compete in this year's annual Fighting Irish Science Olympiad competition. For those of you unfamiliar with Science Olympiad, it's a team-based competition where schools across the country compete in over 20 STEM-based events that each touch on a different field of science. Some examples of events include anatomy and physiology, chemistry lab, and bridge building. Many universities such as Yale and MIT have been hosting Science Olympiad invitationals for years, but Fighting Irish Science Olympiad was only recently started in 2021. Hosting a tournament on Notre Dame's campus exposes surrounding Michiana high schools to the university's resources and gives them a nearby invitational to nourish their skills and love for STEM. Over 100 undergraduate students, graduate students, and professors dedicated their Saturday to make the competition possible this year. Overall, this year's event was a rousing success. after a very exciting award ceremony filled with medals and team camaraderie. The Fighting Irish Science Olympiad Board is already excited for hosting next year. Thank you. Now back to the desk. Thanks, May. It's actually really fitting that this segment is here when we anchor, because Elena and I are actually some of the only STEM majors in NDTV.
Yes, we are the only ones here who will ever have to take Orgo. But before we go, Sam has an update on the student government elections. He conducted 3 quick interviews with all the candidates, and here are the highlights. Take it away, Sam.
Good morning, Notre Dame Sunrise. I'm Sam Kaufman here at NDTV, and we are sitting down with the student body presidential candidates. Welcome to the second interview, and welcome to our final interview with the student body president tickets.
My name is Pablo Arapeza. I'm a political science and sociology major from Kansas City, Kansas. This is slightly different from Kansas City, Missouri, just over the river. I live in Stanford Hall, where I reside as their vice president.
Awesome, thank you. And Griff.
My name is Griff McAndrew. I'm studying political science and French, and I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. Currently, I live in Knott Hall, and I've been Knott senator for the last year.
Hey guys, I'm Daniel Jung, a sophomore, business analytics and Theo major, originally from Tampa, Florida.
And I'm Aiden Resner, sophomore. I'm a neuroscience and behavior major on the pre-med track, minor in compassionate care and medicine, and I am from Orange County, California.
Again, I'm Derek. I'm on the tickets running for student body president. Right now, I'm a sophomore chemical engineer in Keogh Hall, and I am the senator from Keogh. That's a little bit of my background.
Yep, and I'm Hunter. I'm the other half of that ticket. I'm the current senator for Carroll Hall, and I'm majoring in poli-sci and marketing, and I'm also a sophomore.
So you have declared your candidacy to run for student body election. That election is, this campaign is only hopefully just 1 week long. It's potential we could go into a runoff. But why run now? Are you both sophomores?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So sophomore year at Notre Dame at college, most aren't necessarily thinking about entering a campaign. So why run now?
Well, I can't speak for Griffin, but I can speak for myself, and that's over my time at Notre Dame, I have truly grown and excelled. Throughout my time here, I've met people who've struggled, who have had difficulties finding themselves and finding where their place is at this university. Coming from a place where I myself struggled to find my home, to find my true self, coming to Notre Dame has given me that opportunity to truly discover who I am. And so when I decided to run, it was not out of some selfish need or to pad my resume as it is some kind of student government stereotype, but I really want to help people. I want to help them find their place. I want to help them find who they are if I can, right? And that is how I know best, through being an advocate for people.
Why run? Why? I mean, sophomore year. I mean, it's fun. I'm a sophomore. I'm enjoying life. Why run for president? Why run for vice president?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think we like to pin ourselves as we're two guys who saw some problems with the university and saw some things that were bugging people. And we said, you know what, we could be that voice of change. We could really do something about the specific problems. And, we have a lot outlined in our platform. I don't know if we're going to get to that today, but I think we saw an opportunity for us to really make a difference and to improve the student experience. And we said, you know what, let's do it. Let's try to do it.
Yeah, sure. Our mentality was, why wait? We see the problems. Let's do something now.
Why run? Why enter a campaign? Why run for student body president? I mean,
It's definitely crazy, and I will have to say, I never really pictured this role for myself. Actually, this man right here, Hunter, a couple months ago asked me, Derek, what do you want to accomplish in the 2 years that you have left here at Notre Dame? And I told him, well, if I can do nothing else, I want to make some kind of positive impact. And so Hunter said, well, what do you think about giving it a shot in student body? And I said, you're insane, but why not? Let's give it a shot. And it really is that. I mean, we care about the campus community. We care about the students. And it's getting a chance to really roll up our sleeves and get to work, bringing real ideas and making some real change out of that.
Thank you for coming into the studio today, Derek and Hunter. It was
Absolutely.
Good to hear from you. We'll continue to talk to you throughout this campaign season. Don't forget that, we'll be continuing to cover the election all until Election Day, which is when, guys?
February 8th.
It's when, guys?
February
8th.
Do not forget that Election Day is when, guys?
Next Wednesday, February 8th.
February 8th. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to ND Sunrise. We will be tuning in to Election Day on February 8th, and from all of us here at NDTV, I'm Sam Kaufman. Now let's head back to the desk.
Thanks, Sam. Best of luck to all the candidates. To see the full interviews and learn more about each of the policy platforms, check out our Instagram at Notre Dame Television. Results will be released on our episode next week. Well, that's all we have for today's episode of ND Sunrise. Catch our episodes on Tuesday and Thursday mornings in the Duncan Student Center from 9 to 11 a.m. You can also watch our episodes on the NDTV YouTube page under the ND Sunrise playlist.
To keep up on all of the latest news, follow us at Notre Dame Television on Instagram, Notre Dame Television on YouTube, at Notre Dame TV on Twitter, and at Notre Dame Television on TikTok. Do you want to get involved with NDTV? Well, we're searching for people interested in studio production and television broadcast. NDTV is a student-led program here on campus. Come visit our studio on the second floor of Duncan Student Center, or fill out our interest form using the QR code on your screen.
Thank you for tuning in this morning. From all of us here at the studio, we hope you have an amazing rest of your day. This is ND Sunrise, signing off.